Hi guys, this is day 6 of the recovery diary, and I've had several thoughts of what I wanted to share today on this video. And I want to talk first of all about something that I've mentioned a little bit before in one of the previous videos, and that is to do with my camera quality. But I'm going to go somewhere with this. You'll notice the camera quality is really pretty poor with these videos, and that is because I'm using the front camera rather than the rear one on my phone. And the reason for that is because these videos are being done for the purpose of revealing real life as it's happening. And because my energy levels are low, I'm really doing these videos as simply as I possibly can. If I'm to use the rear view, the rear camera, then there's a bit more setup involved. I can't see the screen, so there's more involved with getting it set up and getting it positioned correctly. So I'm just doing this in the most basic way I possibly can, and that is to use the front camera. So that maybe explains a little bit about that. So that brings me on to the topic of perfectionism, because what we find is that quite often people who end up with chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia, which is in the same family of conditions along with glandular fever, is that quite often we are people that are perfectionists. So we end up placing an unnecessary pressure and stress on ourselves because we are insisting on perfection. And quite often in personal development terms, we hear the saying that we should have imperfect action, or we should take imperfect action rather than insisting on perfect inaction or ending up that way. And so this is really important for me. It's something that I've had to learn because I've had that bent in my character that I've always wanted to do things almost perfectly before I've launched anything or before I've attempted anything. And that, of course, is really counterproductive, because quite often there's no such thing as perfection. We don't really gain a really high level of efficiency or quality with something until we start, and then we grow, and we start off with a very imperfect beginning with something until we begin to develop further and get better at something. So that's why if we insist on perfection, we insist on a really high level, we'll end up quite often doing nothing. We'll put ourselves in a position of being stuck and gaining nothing at all. So this little video is really for those of you out there who have that character as well, that you have a tendency to want to do things perfectly before you launch. And this is really an encouragement to just to tell you that you really should not put that pressure on yourself, because it's not going to work. It's not in your best interest to do that, and that we must learn to be able to put up with having things in not so perfect quality or preparation before we begin to do something. And we just need to begin to start. Like Nike says, just do it. That is the best advice if we're going to do anything, is we just make a start, which is exactly what I've done with these videos. Don't have the energy and the vibrancy that I would like to have in doing videos like this. I don't have the quality of camera that I'm using that I want to produce things with. There's no video editing going on. It's just basic and plain. And that's just exactly what I've done. I've just begun to make a start and just to share things with where I'm at in real life. So hopefully that's going to be of benefit to some of you out there. If you know anyone that's got these kinds of bents in their character and these kinds of ways of doing things, you'll maybe share it with them. That'll maybe encourage them too. So if you're enjoying these, please subscribe and hit the like button. That'll help me produce these more. All the best. See you tomorrow for day 7.